Here's a quick recap of today's price action. So coming into the day, I was leaning bearish. You can see that we have this heavy displacement lower where we have minor sell side liquidity just below, a new day opening gap, as well as a ton of more generated sell side below. So all I was looking for here was really a retrace into this displacement leg to then look for continuation shorts to all of these sell side draws on liquidity. Now the only thing indicating a bullish bias was this daily bullish fair value gap, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to it just because we had still edged major sell side draws on liquidity. Therefore, this can still hold, but I still want to see some form of sell side get swept. Now, right at market open, we immediately manipulate lower, sweeping internal sell side liquidity, tapping into a 15-minute bullish gap, and then you get a beautiful 1-minute inversion. I did not take this trade for a couple reasons. First of all, there was a lack of external buy side targets above. Therefore, I really had no idea what I was going to target, and I was just overall extremely bearish. You can see that we edged this major DOL. Just below, I'm open to just letting this long play out if it wants to, and then looking for a short aligned with my bias. I was heavily bearish coming into the day. You can see that this does end up playing out. I don't think it's the worst. What you're playing here is this 15-minute bullish gap beating a 1-hour bearish gap, but as I said, I was super bearish, and honestly, all of the external DOLs were just lower. Now, moving on, after that plays out, you get a 5-minute short. I am not the biggest fan of 5 minutes, and also I did not like this close, how it barely closed, and also at 10 a.m., you're going to have a 4-hour gap opening at your stop loss. Therefore, that's why I ended up fading this setup. As you can see, it ends up just chopping around for a while, and then it finally starts to play out. You can see that 10 a.m. does not manipulate that 4-hour bearish. Therefore, I wasn't really able to capitalize off of a short position here. And as you can see, that does start to play out, and then we create a 5-minute bearish gap here. So all that I'm looking for is for a 5-minute continuation short to all of these major sell side draws on liquidity, which is aligned with my bearish bias. You can see that we really just generate more sell side here, given that we create relative equal lows. Now going on to a lower time frame, you can see that we end up tapping this 5-minute bearish gap, and then we get a beautiful inversion right here. Right when we got this close, I ended up taking a position short with my stop loss at the swing high. All I was aiming for was a 1-to-1 going break even at the internal sell side liquidity, and as you can see, I got absolutely edged here on my take profit. This was absolutely disgusting. I missed 1 RR here by about 5 points. So super disgusting. You can see that break even does end up saving me from a loss, but this was absolutely disgusting. I was a couple points from getting stopped at break even here, and then we go down. I'm hyped. I'm like, bet I'm going to hit TP. Nope, we're going to edge my take profit. Once again, 5 points, stop me out at break even. Absolutely disgusting. I will say that we do hit the sell side liquidity right here, but we have this new day opening gap below. There was still a ton of DOLs below, so still just absolutely disgusting, but it was a beautiful take. So I hope you guys learned something from the video, and drop a comment below and let me know how your trading day was.